Does life begin at 40? This widely disseminated idea is much more than a simple cliché or self-help slogan. Although the concept may seem trivial, it carries profound implications for how we perceive aging, maturity, and the pursuit of life's purpose. The phrase gained popularity thanks to American psychologist Walter Pitkin, who, in 1932, published the book Life Begins at 40. Pitkin argued that age 40 marks the start of a potentially more satisfying and productive phase, where personal growth and accumulated experiences allow for a more conscious and intentional approach to life. However, understanding this stage of human existence is not limited to Pitkin's work. Other thinkers, such as Carl Jung, Arthur Schopenhauer, and Brené Brown, have offered valuable reflections on the meaning of middle age and the psychological and emotional processes that often emerge during this phase. Jung, for instance, viewed the transition from youth to middle age as a period of individuation, where we shed the social masks we use to please others and reconnect with our authentic selves. Maslow, with his famous hierarchy of needs, suggested that maturity is often the time when people begin focusing on self-actualization and purpose, as their more basic and security-related needs have already been met. In the first 40 years of life, much of our actions are shaped by external expectations. Society imposes success scripts that involve building careers, forming families, and accumulating material goods. These goals, while important, don't always resonate with our true selves. As Jung pointed out, we often invest energy in building a persona, the mask we use to adapt to the world and gain acceptance. This persona can be useful, but can also distance us from who we truly are, leading to an internal disconnection. This disconnection rarely manifests immediately. Instead, it appears as a subtle unease, a sense of emptiness, or even dissatisfaction with things that once seemed sufficient. It is at this point that turning 40 can become a turning point. This age often brings a unique combination of accumulated experiences and greater awareness of our mortality, creating the ideal context to re-evaluate priorities and seek deeper meaning. Middle age is also accompanied by physical and psychological changes. The body begins to send signals that it is no longer as resilient as it once was. Wrinkles, gray hair, and a slower metabolism remind us that time is passing. However, these transformations need not be viewed as signs of decline. On the contrary, they can be seen as an invitation to take better care of ourselves and to value our physical and mental health. Additionally, neurological research indicates that the middle-aged brain undergoes changes that enhance emotional regulation and self-reflection. These changes make people less reactive and more capable of handling challenges with balance and perspective. Brené Brown, in her research on vulnerability and authenticity, highlights that middle age is a period when many people begin to embrace their imperfections and free themselves from the need to please others, prioritizing a more authentic and meaningful existence. One of the most powerful concepts in Jungian psychology is the shadow, the aspects of our personality that we prefer to ignore or suppress. During youth, it is common to avoid confronting our fears, insecurities, and repressed desires. However, as we age, the shadow becomes impossible to ignore. Age 40 often marks the beginning of this inevitable confrontation. While painful, this process is essential for personal growth. By integrating the shadow, we recognize that our weaknesses, flaws, and repressed desires are not barriers but fundamental parts of who we are. This integration makes us more whole and allows us to live more authentically. As Schopenhauer wisely observed, the first 40 years of life provide the text, while the next 30 offer the commentary. It is in middle age that we begin to interpret our experiences, extracting valuable lessons and shaping a more coherent and meaningful life narrative. There's a video on this topic on the channel. At 40, many people begin questioning the goals they have pursued so far. Do they truly reflect our values, or were they merely inherited from societal expectations? This is a moment of transition when external achievements, such as professional status and material possessions, lose some of their importance, giving way to a growing desire for meaningful connections, balance, and purpose. This process of re-evaluation can lead to significant changes. Some people choose to change careers, end relationships that no longer resonate with who they have become, or pursue new hobbies and interests. Others opt for more subtle changes, such as spending more time with family, practicing gratitude, or investing in their spiritual growth. Regardless of the form these changes take, the goal is to align life with who we truly are, rather than following scripts imposed by others. If there is a common thread among the reflections of Jung, Maslow, Brown, and other thinkers, it is the central role of self-knowledge in the pursuit of a fuller life. Middle age offers a unique opportunity to look inward and question who we are, what we want, and what prevents us from reaching our full potential. This process is not easy and often involves confronting uncomfortable truths about ourselves. However, it is also profoundly liberating. The practice of self-knowledge can take many forms, from therapy and meditation to reflective writing and honest dialogue with loved ones. The important thing is to dedicate time to exploring our motivations, fears, and desires, recognizing both our strengths and our limitation. This inner work is essential for living more authentically and purposeful. While age 40 is often portrayed as a time of rebirth, it can also bring significant challenges. Some people face existential crises, questioning whether they have made the right choices or if there is still time to achieve their dream. Others deal with the pressure of caring for aging parents while still raising children, which can be both emotionally and financially draining. However, it is important to remember that the challenges of middle age are also opportunities for growth. They force us to prioritize, say no to what doesn't add value, and focus on what truly matters. Moreover, age 40 offers us the chance to redefine our relationship with time, valuing the present more and letting go of the obsession with the past or future. The idea that life begins at 40 can be understood as a powerful metaphor for the potential for transformation that this phase offers. It is not a rigid chronological milestone, but an invitation to embrace maturity with courage, curiosity, and openness to change. As Walter Pitkin wrote in 1932, "The last third of life can be the best of all, but only if we are willing to reflect, reevaluate, and act." At 40, we are not at the end of the road but at the beginning of a new chapter. This is the time to integrate our experiences, embrace our authenticity, and live with purpose. And while each journey is unique, the universal lesson is clear. Life does not begin at 40, 50, or 60. It begins now, in the present moment, whenever we choose to live with intention and meaning. Don't forget to follow our channel for more videos and content on spirituality and personal development. The journey of transformation is ongoing, and the best is yet to come.